why Belize feels unprepared for what's coming. What comes to mind when you think about Belize? Beaches, alcohol, sipping coconuts, and catching lizards are all good suggestions. Military excellence, missile sirens blaring overhead, scenes of environmental and civilization devastation may remind us of a long-forgotten historical past, or contemporary nations that feel far away, but definitely not here. In this video, I make the claim that we are rapidly approaching a future that will look more like our colonial past, with scenes currently reserved for Gaza and Ukraine. I am not a pessimist. My goal is not to spread fear, but to bring awareness to our peril. Waking up to the severity of the challenges ahead gives us time to react appropriately when every second counts. My name is Phil's Lane, and this is All About Belize. Let's take a step back. Where's Belize? Who's a Belizean? Belize is a small Caribbean country located in Central America, with a population just above 417,000. It has the lowest population in Central America by a significant margin. The second lowest is Panama with 4.5 million. The population feels less out of place when compared to similar Caribbean islands like Bahamas at 401,000 and Suriname at 634,000. Looking at our land size, Belize is a little bit bigger than Israel, depending on what parts you recognize, and a bit smaller than the state of Vermont. Belizeans encompass a wide range of peoples and cultures, making it the most culturally diverse country in Central America. Ethnically, mestizos make up most of the population at 52%, and growing due to high levels of Central American migration, living mostly in rural areas with large concentrations in the northwest and south of the country. Creoles make up only 25% today, but were the historic majority until 1980. Belizean Creoles still have a major cultural presence and dominate in the country's center of power, Belize City. Mayans make up about 11% of the population, predominantly in the west and south. Garifuna, at 6%, reside mostly in the southern coast, with other notable groups being East Indians, Mennonites, Caucasians, Asians, and others. This topic needs a whole video on its own to do it justice, and that's coming in the future. How we came to be. Belize will be turning 45 years old this year, younger than most of your parents, and possibly many of you watching. Most countries had to shed blood for their independence. Belize did not. We existed at the right time around Great Britain's decolonization and American hegemony at the end of the Cold War, meaning all we had to do was ask nicely for independence and got it, a fate most countries could only dream about. We're lucky to be free, but we got it the easy way. Guatemala, a country 5 times larger with 42 times more people, claim over half of Belizean territory due to historical grievances. This claim is simmered in the background of our relationship for as long as we've been around, but has yet to boil over into serious conflict. While the threat of violence carries legitimacy, as a society we've never taken it seriously. We know Guatemala could attack if they wanted. It's that we believe some way, somehow, somebody will save us. The US won't allow it, we say. Great Britain will come and save us, as our parents told us. CARICOM will send a coalition of forces to defend us. We were never forced to build the discipline and organization that comes with facing hard odds, and we're used to getting what we want with little sacrifice. Not all countries that struggle become successful, but successful countries all had to overcome life and death scenarios that demanded they do better or perish. This begins to touch at our core insecurity. We inherited a nation without ever testing its resilience. If Belize wants to glimpse our future for better and worse, we can look to other countries. For better, we can look at Costa Rica, the country with the highest quality of life in Central America. They took away their military in exchange for having world-class policing and education. Singapore. They might be halfway across the world, but they're analogous to Belize in the fact that they're a small, extremely diverse nation in an environment filled with much larger players. Through intelligent planning, efficient organization, and having the world's most significant choke point at their doorstep, the Malacca Strait, Singapore punches way above its weight. The Baltic countries are all good choices, but Estonia leads in terms of quality of life index out of the three: Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia. Having come a long way from Soviet occupation, Estonia is now a technological leader, well integrated with the rest of Europe, with a respected military, despite their current adversary, Russia, vastly overpowering them on paper. For a look at the bad examples, we can take any country that's had major cities reduced to rubble in the last few decades. Not saying that any country that's been bombed recently did something to warrant it, but the fact that that's a future possibility for Belize needs to be treated with the utmost seriousness and avoided at all costs. The big difference between those that succeed and those that fail is organization. Coming together for the sake of our national security will be the difference between a fragile or strong Belize. Belize is a little slice of heaven. White sand beaches, rich food, good people. It really can feel like a paradise, but paradise only exists where there are strong people willing to defend it. We don't need bigger guns or pointier sticks to secure our future. We need organization, unity, and a vision for the future. We don't have to wait until our home is under imminent threat before taking action to prevent it. Like and share this video and get the word out. Bring up the possibility for a better Belize to your friends and loved ones so we can start the conversation about what really should matter and shift the national conscious towards preparation for the future. We have some daunting challenges ahead, but with a little prep time and a half-decent plan, we just might preserve the peace we've taken for granted for generations to come. I hope you've enjoyed listening to the first episode of All About Belize. I've been your host, Phil's Lane, and I'll see you in the next one. Liata.